Welcome, Mr. Brother BOLO V&R. We're here with another one. This is the call-in show. We have global and local topics. And that's how I start it off. Make sure you go over to Portland Spice TV and go subscribe. Alright. Hear the conversation now.
Morning, sir. Is Jamaica still a religious country or a Christian country?
Jamaica, in my estimation, country still a Christian country. I think so.
So why so many people have a pushback with the announcement that $75 million will be allocated for churches and faith-based?
Well, you'd have heard my views. I believe that they should get it, and even the $75 million chicken feeding, a little bit of money that to the amount of churches that I believe need help.
I come in on your views, but I realize everybody else have a pushback. So,
well, I allow people their own opinion, my brother. And you see, me's not a fallabacker. And not because some people don't agree with it. I agree. If the churches need help, they must get help. If Rasta man, them have them temple and they need help, they must get it.
They're doing this broad brush thing to say the church is in Jamaica.
All right.
Aren't you talking about specific areas that was affected? Because not everywhere in Jamaica did get the hurricane.
And not every church need help, but there are churches that need help.
Exactly. So I say that's why that is my stance, and I ask you the question if we're still a Christian country, because we never expect this to create this role like what it create. I swear.
You see, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You have a whole heap of Satan agent around, and I'm not saying that people who not agree with it, them are definitely Satan agent. But you have Satan agent, and you have people who believe that you look at a man and because he not beg every day, you think he's not hungry. There are times when he's hungry. And as I said to them, you have the AME Revivalist Church. You have a whole heap of church when I have that connection to no overseas headquarters and no big headquarters. In Kingston, there are churches where they're on them own non-denominational churches.
But you said it right, and even what Obi was suggesting, that is exactly what the Prime Minister said, because it's SDC supposed to be carrying out that assessment to determine if church need and what they need. As I said, 75 million and a whole for money.
Go up to where the government have sit down and now spend. The government have 115 billion at their disposal right now that they have not started spending from yet.
But you know, there's something that some people come out to and they bash private school, which I can tell you that private school have given a lot. I've done a lot for education, but I see an argument. Anytime the government come out and say we are going to do this to private school, people come out and make a one bad night.
But you hear me say, if there's a
bank, the contribution by private schools.
You hear me say a while ago, if there is a bank that needs assistance and the government can, they should assist. They get damaged in the disaster.
I wonder why people, but as everybody have the freedom. Here this parade the other day, I'm never run with this for 2026. By the way, Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you, my brother.
Hear this and never run with it. Madness to everybody sound like sanity. So I want to come and I say an opinion and I share my opinion, but to everybody their madness sound like sanity.
Well, them say when you point, you have to point back at yourself.
Even one himself, and that is why I'm disappointing at some people, because the same people want me here bash him. I said they don't want to hear nothing from him. This man come out and said something, and them people that defend him. So I agree with you, so some of these people are agents of the devil.
Of course. Then a whole heap of them are walk church every day. A whole heap of them are walk church every day. The church is
supposed to get no fight. I grew up in the Salvation Army, and enough time the church and help people what people don't know about. Once there's a fire, the first place them run to. Clothes or whatever they want. So the church has been doing, and you rightfully say, the church is not the building, it's the people. So by saying you're giving assistance to the church, in a sense, by extension, I people and help. Anybody have a problem with that? We can't help them, brother.
That's how it go.
Interesting.
My problem,
respect.
give thanks. My problem is that the government has sat on their laurels too long. The assessment that has not been completed is my major problem with the Andrew Holness-led administration. A month after the hurricane, the assessment should have been completed. And I see them running up and down. I big up JPS, the work what JPS are doing. You know, I learn from it. See, JPS are bringing extra linesmen from all about to get the work done quick. And I said it from about the 3rd week after the hurricane. The Minister of Labor should have employed 2,000 to 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And finished the assessment in 7 days.
Yeah.
Assessment finished, people get assistance.
Yes.
So the long suffering of these people
blame the government.
Is all because of the incompetence of the government, the lack of vision from the governing Jamaica Labour Party.
Quite so.
The lack of vision from the Andrew Holness-led administration. You have been slow, you have not been nimble, you have not been quick, sir.
Quite so.
You should have, by now,
why? Hi guys, how you doing?
Build 10,000 houses.
How you doing?
And I am putting it to you, Mr. Prime Minister. Within the next 90 days, the minimum amount of starter homes that you should build is 10,000. You could go 30. But if you go under 10,000, sir.
Failure.
No, not acceptable.
Failure.
Not acceptable.
Failure.
Those of you who are praising the government, I say to you, call on the government to move. Move, they're supposed to be moving.
Dana, what's up?
Restart the Jamaican economy. Ramp it up. Spend $50 billion in the next 3 months to get the economy moving. If you can spend more,
you spend more.
Even better.
And I said it already, the people of the country being in a better place is where you're going to find the economy booming. The people is the economy. Why am I telling you?
Of the money. $115 billion outside of the loans that you're going to be getting from the multilateral. The government of Jamaica have that sit-down pan right now. Use it up. Help the people. All the people.
Everybody.
Everybody will need help. Who don't need help, them do it on them own. Who need...
Totally agree with Mr. Colin Bell on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Bless upon yourself. Where's the NY Cole? Alright, so if you're new to the platform, I am BOLO V&R. I have 4 platforms: BOLO V&R, BOLO V&R 2.0, BOLO V&R Clips, and BOLO TBV. And I encourage you to subscribe to all 4 platforms. You can find me on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, on BOLO V&R. Now, one of the biggest updates, ladies and gentlemen, internationally and in our space here in the Caribbean, it is alleged that, well, I saw a news article that the Venezuelan president was captured by the United States. Now, I want to speak to the people. Everybody that is listening to me, if you're in the Caribbean, if you're overseas and you have family, what could potentially happen from that action by the United States would affect everybody. So, I don't know. I'm not clairvoyant. I don't know who it could affect. But worst case scenario, it could affect every single person in the Caribbean. When you see the men and women of God mobilize, no man, why am I sneeze so much?
It's cold.
I have all my shoes. Hey, turn out that fan there, man. Almost that fan there. Oh man, let me sneeze too much, man. And as me start the live, me sneeze. Just a disrupt. Oh, by the way, this is a calling program, guys. The number is 876-451-6535. I would love to hear from you guys what you think about that situation with the it's all over the news. Like I said, I have to be very careful, man. I have to be very careful, That's why I use the word alleged, because there's a lot of fake news out there and people can put up fake posts and stuff like that. Mighty God, hold on to my people. Woo. All right. I have to excuse myself a bit. Let's get to this now. I saw a video last night, I saw a video. What is this? Protest? What? When did this happen?
Biggest threat in the world today. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump and the USA. Donald Trump and the USA.
What?
The USA. Donald Trump and the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump and the USA. Donald Trump and the USA.
So people are protesting already? I one thing I know about America. Colleen, what's up? Them are people in the ram for protest, brother. I'm talking about organized, massive protests. Donna, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. This is a delicate situation. You're talking about potential WW3. I'm saying I have not seen it. So I am not saying that it's fake. Alright? I am saying I'm being very careful. Alright? I'm being very careful. And let me tell you something. Even those mainstream media outlets, it can happen with them as well. Not calling any mainstream media outlet name, but you have mainstream media outlet that spread propaganda. You have big media outlets that spread lies, blatant lies where they cook up. So we have to understand. And if we don't understand, just look at Jamaica mainstream media and look how this government appears to be controlling the narrative through them. So nobody cannot be trusted 100%. They like to throw shots at us, right? But them not clean. Them not clean. So somebody sent me that. Whoa, interesting. Let me see why else me get that so. What is this? It looks like some party business, no? Let me see why else. What is this? Somebody did send me the picture with TVJ. I guess it's on Twitter. Let me go on Twitter. Again, guys, this is the call-in show, so you can call me. All right. Number is 876-451-6535. Let me know what you guys think about this situation, our potential situation with Venezuela and the United States. All I can say is, if you haven't been growing your food already, start growing your food. Oh, you know something, tell something, promise somebody something I don't want to forget. I'm going to go and play this. Yeah, I'm supposed to send somebody a video.
Touch piece of Desmond.
Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie has dismissed claims that he told persons housed at the shelter that they must vacate the premises by December 31. Our reporter Kimberly Petty has been tracking the story and no reports.
Sure, what's up?
I've advised persons who occupy the facility that by the end of December, we'll be closing the operations of the shelter here.
That was Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie on December 3, addressing persons who were occupying the shelter at Petersfield High School. Now, fast forward to December 31, the day the shelter is expected to close, Minister McKenzie, having heard the people's plight, is refuting allegations he initially told them to leave.
At no stage, this government, this minister, nor the Prime Minister indicated to anyone that by 12 noon on the 31st, you will have to vacate.
He went further.
This government gave no such indication, and it is mischievous, and there are persons who are doing it for political motive. I want to push back at it. Is a lie.
Help, we hear the rhetoric.
We need a divine intervention.
Wait,
Want to hear that?
hold on there. Oh, that sound like a my video Shaka place a while ago. Hold on. No. Shaka. Yo. No. That sound like a my video Shaka just play a while ago, you know. Let me find out. Let me see if I'm my video. That's all like my video.
Well, I'm going to play back when you say first. This is what the man
Government
said.
Minister Desmond McKenzie has dismissed claims that he told persons housed at the
Antonio,
shelter
what's up?
that they must vacate the premises by December 31.
Mighty
Our
God.
reporter Kimberly Petty has been tracking the story and no reports.
I've advised persons who occupy the facility that by the end of December, we'll be closing the operations of the shelter here.
That was Local Government Minister Desmond.
So another man that just say the end of December they'll be closing the shelter. Anyway, these people are something else. Morning, Raleigh.
Morning, Dennis.
Wagwan, brother. Happy New Year. All the best for 2026.
Oh my God, they don't have a shake head, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Same to you, all the listeners.
I tell you, I have no shake head, brother. The man, them must
Raleigh,
have
I don't know.
dementia.
Have you heard that interview with Dennis Chung? With George Davis?
Yeah, you know?
No, but I heard some songs that him say I recuse himself from the case.
The man say he has recused himself. However, him also say that the people with the technical expertise at FID tell him say they not discuss the case with him.
That makes sense.
Okay.
In an effort to protect him.
Mighty God.
The man also
That's
said that him couldn't do nothing to the case because him not have the expertise and the people with the expertise.
So where am I doing that job?
That's what the people in that family are the first lesson.
Mighty God.
That is, Raleigh, when you listen, you want your little piece out, Raleigh?
Yo, play it, Mr. Play it.
Hold on, man. When you listen to the man, Raleigh,
Play
you
it.
cannot believe the things that the brother said because everything what the man say, you know, are the things that the PNP was saying about him, you know. Everything where the man said, the same thing where civil society, yourself, I and I, all of the things that we did say why he shouldn't get the job.
Yeah, man.
Are them that the man come back with.
Much is
Well, I'm find him because this brother, them money are sample Rally. I can't believe the man them.
No integrity.
When you listen to the guy talk a while ago, when they you just play him.
No integrity.
The man has said all the things that was said when the job was offered to him. Everything where the people in protest span. And I soon find it. But Rally, in the meantime, give us an update of where we're starting 2026 as a country with our economy.
Well, you start 2026, as I say, with recoveries of 5.1% compared to a decline of 3.2% during the third quarter of 2024. The media reported it as growth. But and they're not telling the people themselves the quarter before that and the year before, the economy declined by 3.2%. Originally, it was 5.5%, but then revised it down to 3.2%. Right? So that's because it's misreported by the media. Additionally,
because I hear, hold on, Raleigh. I saw a little man on social media last night, a whole time skin, you know. Who could have do this? Favor grow Jamaica by 5.1%.
A lie.
Who could have do this and them a go like they no rate the woman? One favor.
Hold on. Which idiot said that? No. Hold on. Wait.
2%. Originally, it was 5.5%, but then revised it down to 3.2%. Right? So that's because it's misreported by the media. Additionally,
because I hear, hold on, Raleigh. I saw a little man on social media last night, a whole time skin, you know. Who could have do this? Favor grow social media last
media. Additionally,
because I hear, hold on, Raleigh. I saw a little man on social media last night, a whole time skin, you know. Who could have do this? Favor grow Jamaica by 5.1%. Who could have do this and them a go like they no rate the woman? One favor. Yeah.
Rubbish.
Oh, me not say rubbish, me say dunce.
Yeah, man.
Me say dunce, man, go sit down and take on the post and stop look like a clown.
Yeah, man.
Because you don't understand one thing that you're talking about. You can't put it into perspective.
And the media is reporting it wrong to me because they say the economy recorded growth of 5.1% in the third quarter of 2025. They never tell the people them say this is coming off a decline of original 5.5%, which was revised down to 3.2% during the same quarter of the previous year. That is not proper reporting. That is
but hold on, Raleigh. I give them one. They said over the previous quarter of last year.
Yeah, but they never tell the people what happened in the previous quarter.
Right, they don't explain it. But for those of us who know what they are going to say to us, that they did say over the previous quarter. So me, you, OB, people in the business supposed to understand. But the average man, then them attack for fool the average man. Them not attack for tell the average man the truth. Them know so them can't fool you, you know. And they can't fool me.
The media are not supposed to be doing that.
Hello! The media are supposed to report it correctly.
Yeah, man. The politicians, we can always say that, but that propaganda, the media are supposed to report the thing correctly and tell the people and say the economy declined by 5% originally during the third quarter of 2024.
Yes.
And then it was revised down to 3.2% so that people can get a proper perspective.
Right. So when you do 3.2% minus 3.2% and you come out at positive 5.1, you basically just come to 1.9.
1.9, yeah, man. Simple.
And that there's nothing extraordinary or extravagant about that.
Yeah.
So the real growth in the economy is 1.9%. But this is what they do. They lie by omission. With these statistics that they float around about the government, this government is the most fake government on performance. Like, they don't tell you the truth about the things, you know. Like and share this video, ladies, and like I said, this is the call-in show. I want to hear from you guys because this is a serious topic, you know. This is a serious topic. The man, them need to stop it, bro. Them need to stop it. Them continue to do it, and the people them continue to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You know? Sure, me can't. You see that something, you know? It's a thing where inside time. Look, yeah, I'm left right there, so because I don't like how the lighting stay over there, so. Lighting over there so bad, bro. Make it stay up on the side there. And hopefully you can hear the audio good. You understand? Hopefully you can hear the audio. Let me just turn it down here. So you can hear the audio good.
Oh, that's just natural.
Yeah. So that is just the spirit of the Jamaican people. That is not the action of the government.
You hear that?
Yeah, man. Correct.
So people don't.
Right.
And the people them, when you see, I help and I push the economy and I buy up this and I buy up that. You understand? The spice them and the cartel them and everybody. The artists them will take up their money and I spend. and a push in the economy. Right? And that's why what we see in the economy for that quarter there. It's all the help them with the people them give. Not nothing to do with the government, brother. The government never implement anything to make the economy grow. They never put in a policy. They never put out the money out there like that. Right? Them still a hold on for the money, 115 billion. You understand? What's up, Ivan? How you doing?
Understand this economic situation. Shut them out, man. Shut them out and stop misleading people.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the so-called analysts, they're supposed to come and give people the right, accurate information.
Right.
Well, guess what?
Them not do it,
that
you know.
is our work.
Them not do it.
Yeah.
So, this morning, just go through it again.
People, let me tell you something. I encourage everybody. Go and subscribe to Colin Bell. If you can download. No, they not spend nothing, Dana. If you can download the app. I wish station again. RJR, I believe Rastanheim on the pan. Whatever channel him the pan, when you find out which channel Rastanheim on the pan radio. When you download the app on the phone, I want to go listen to him program. Right? Come, hey, nobody now get me notifications. Somebody text me. Somebody text me and ask me live later. And this is England. Altia, how you doing? Right? Tell you.
People them that we do our work and make the people them know where we are. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Right. So as I said, 1.1% during first quarter, 1.6 during second quarter, and 5.1 coming from minus 3.2 during the third quarter. Yeah? Inflation 4.4%. Bank of Jamaica mop up $133 billion. Governor used 1.2 billion to intervene on the foreign exchange market. The dollar closed at 160. Remittances tumbled by 8.3% during the month of October, and the minister never know that. Yeah? The trade deficit for the first 8 months was $3.92 billion. Yep. So that's the kind of scenario that we're going on a year with.
But let's look at something a little bit, Raleigh. I find the clip with Dennis Chung, but before, let's look at some. 2024, first quarter, what did we do? We grew by what? 1%?
Dana, you never get none neither. Mighty
Second
God.
quarter of 2024.
Why you have got unsubscribe and resubscribe, but not right now.
Decline
Oh yeah, you can do it now, yeah man.
2%.
I've got to wait 1 minute for type still.
The original number.
But let's look at something a little bit, Raleigh.
Yes.
I find the clip with Dennis Chung, but before, let's look at some. 2024, first quarter, what did we do? We grew by what? 1%?
1.1%, yes.
Second quarter of 2024, did we decline?
Yeah, there was a decline.
Decline of what?
2%, and then we declined again in the third quarter. The original number was 5.5%, then revised.
And we declined again in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, by 2.4%.
All right, so hold on. In the first quarter, we declined by 2%. How much did we grow in the first quarter of 2025?
1.1.
So if we decline 1.1 in 2022, if we decline by 2 in 2024 and grew 1.1 in 2025, it means we never grow. We never recover.
No.
Yeah, precisely.
So we never recover fully. So that 1.1 growth in 2025 is really a minus 0.9 over 2024.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Mark,
what going, Mark?
Was minus 0.4 because the decline was 2% and we grow by 1.6%.
All right. And then the third quarter, what them I talk about now, we not, but if you add up everything we're doing year over year, are we back? Year over year, we might not even be back.
We're not back, man. We're not back.
Year over year, we are not even back over 2024.
Yeah,
and then with this steep decline, But that is going to take place in the fourth quarter. We mean that even we come out worse than 2024.
Yeah, man, I end up at -6 to -10.
So isn't this a recession rally?
Of course.
Yeah, man, we're going to a recession. And
Of course, a recession.
Even there already. Did we really come out of last year recession?
No. We're still in there.
No, let's look at this seriously and look at the numbers. Did we really come out?
Wow.
No, man.
Wow.
No.
Wow. So we really didn't come out of the recession. And I was thinking the same thing. Right? I'm no economist, but listen to Rastan Ayman and Mr. Colin Bell. Right? I mean, I say, all right. And then me do my fact check because them always reference something I'm going to go read by myself. I mean, I say, yo, not that me can articulate it like him, but when me I listen to him, I read, me I say, oh, me see what man I talk about. Certain formulas what them use, you know, for calculate all debt to GDP and them thing there, you know. In a really credible, you know. So, the formula what them I use are the problem. It's basically giving us a misconception about the actual position that the economy is in. You feel what me I say? There's an asterisk behind the numbers. It come like when them say unemployment is down at its lowest. How in the world unemployment for they down at its lowest after Hurricane Melissa? When thousands of independent people that are independent for them farms, and then you have the people in the hotel, and people lost their homes. People lose their business. And we employ people. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? Common sense tell us, say, yo, the thing bad. The thing really, really bad. It's boo. You see me? It's not something to celebrate. And then you have these laborers that come on the media and them faking it to make it. Favor Williams is an embarrassment. The entire Jamaica Labour Party in terms of the economy is a total failure. Hurricane or no hurricane, they have been an absolute failure. They have failed to spend the capital budget. Right? That in itself is a failure. The capital budget is important to the growth of the economy. As a matter of fact, Ralston Hyman explained it expertly. If they have used the capital budget properly, we would have been, you know, them like to say, resilient to the hurricane. The infrastructure would have been put together better. Listen, you know how you would know that the infrastructure would have been better, ladies and gentlemen, and that it wasn't good. All you have to do is to go to the storm. If the storm had gone to Kingston, local government would have been shut down. Not the entire government, local and otherwise, would have been shut down. Central government would have been shut down. I kid you not. And if you don't believe me, listen to Andrew Honest in this interview. Right? Him do an interview down at Black River. Well, me not gonna play the whole interview, but you can go on Alta Press and hear it. Right? Himself said it that if the storm had gone to Kingston, central government would have been shattered. They couldn't keep no parliament. If this has storm, they lick Kingston and Portmore and St. Andrew. And then place the surrounding areas. And go through the middle of Jamaica there, so. And then project come up to St. Ann side, just like with the first projection. You remember the first projection? The first projection for the storm, ladies and gentlemen, was that it was supposed to come through Kingston and St. Andrew, Portmore, them places where they get mashed up. Come through Linstead, all of them places there where they get mashed up. Right in the middle there, so parts of St. Ann, Trelawney, all of them places where they get mashed up more. if the eye of the storm they come through the middle there, so. No, Jamaica, oh my God, Portland. Portland, and I get a knock past St. Thomas. All of the places when never get liquid, I get liquid. Anyhow, the storm was to come through the first trajectory that they had predicted that the storm was coming through. Everything would have shut down. Sandy Gully, oh my God, water. Sandy Gully would have get Cuff, St. Mary. Oh my God, no sir. People, trust me, it would have been devastating. And we are not out of the woods in terms of judgment. We are not. God's judgment even not quit. You see me, like, yo, because we now repent, we now fast. The leader them don't do 3-day prayer and fasting. Right? Just like what the men and women of God say. And then you see the church come out and defend $75 million. But they now tell the government say, oi, uno fi have 3-day fasting and prayer. Listen, them money, I mean I talk about specifically the clergyman them. We are support Andrew owners. I not talk about the good up man and woman of God. The real body of Christ. I not talk about them. Them money, them clergy money when they out here. And now demand from the Prime Minister publicly that they keep 3-day fasting, prayer and repentance. Them need to come down. Bridging. Them not go on good, brother. Them not go on good. Them not ready. Them vice supposed to be the loudest to advocate for that. But anyway, listen to Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, in a recent interview with Andrew Honest, he said something that I'm telling you, if you haven't heard before, you're going to find shocking, which leads to many questions. Check this out.
Opportunity to build resilience even in areas that were not impacted. So, for example, the Sandy Gully, that's an area that is a weakness, and we have to build resilience there. All the areas of the seafront which need revetment work, those are weaknesses. We have seen the collapse of local governments, of police stations, of the first responders, weaknesses in terms of our ability to do airlift. All of these are areas that we have to build in order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already.
What?
That other hurricane which is on its way already.
What you say?
That other hurricane which is on its way already. In order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. We can withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. In order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them all there. Take out the
Like and share the video, guys.
Take out the thief.
Like and share the video.
Criminal them. Take out the thief them.
Wow.
Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them.
Wow.
Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Which is on its way already.
By the way, isn't that a prophetic utterance from Mark Stewart? Why am I going to Portland? Why me I travel to Portland? Take them out, take out somebody, man or woman. Then the woman I get take out, man. You know, say last night me I listen back to the audio there, me I say, yo, anybody say Mark Stewart I know one prophet. Uno something wrong with uno, uno not listen. Uno not listen to them, man. Uno not listen to them attentively. We can't tell you that right now. That was a prophecy. That was a prophetic utterance right there in that audio. Mighty God. You know see Anna, what's your name? What's your name again? me even remember what she name. Anne-Marie Vaz. You know, she get take out.
In terms of our ability to do airlift. All of these are areas that we have to build in order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already.
So, we just have some question. Andrew, which hurricane is on the way already? At January? Where it come from? And when a hurricane season, how you know about this hurricane? And who tell you about it? And who plan the hurricane there? The other hurricane that is on its way already? And how long hurricane take to develop? I have so many. Somebody just let me know in the comment section. Something. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm just saying. Not my word.
Entrepreneurial. You know, I was in the big business, and he was helping me here along with his other siblings. And so that we weren't really making much money. And he said to me one day, "Daddy, you have an empty storeroom there. Will you let us make some bad juice and you go and sell it?" He said, "No matter with that, we'll fight up." And another incident, when he was about to graduate, he came to me and said, "Could you sponsor me, to buy 2 taxis, because I checked out and from my home to Spanish Town Center, I could get some money." I said to him again, "Forget that, go ahead and do your levels and then you can come back out and work." And of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people, talking about 2 taxis, not never. So he graduated, and when I went to look for him, I said, "What you doing?" He said, "I'm in the taxi business." I said, "How is it?" I said, "I have 30 taxis on the road and somebody will have to come up." So I'm in the son. Again, forget that, go ahead and do your levels and then you can come back out and work. And of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people, talking about 2 taxis, not never. So of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people, talking about 2 taxis, not never. And of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people, talking about 2 taxis, not never. And of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people, talking about 2 taxis, not never. So he graduated, and when I went to look for him, I said, "What you doing?" He said, "I'm in the taxi business." I said, "How is it?" I said, "I have 30 taxis on the road and somebody will have to come up." But I'm going to get out of the business and go to somewhere else.
All right. So.
Not my word. That is Andrew Warner's father on the record, ladies and gentlemen. Got him on tape. Got him. Anyway, U.S. President Donald Trump says American forces have carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela, claiming President Nicolas Maduro and his wife were captured and flown out of the country. Wow. Wow. That's the picture that somebody sent me 11 hours ago. In the middle of the night. All right. Oh yeah. That's when they come for you, man. In the middle of the night. That's why I'm not sleeping, brother. Call me and tell you, say, yo, me not sleeping. Call me a night owl, me up. Me up. See, President. See, hold on, let me play this.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Wait. So they go and they take out the Venezuelan president and his wife, and then we are going to run the country until we can have a safe and proper what? Man, this is wild, bro.
Proper and judicious. As we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Transition to what? To who? Somebody that works for the United States government? Where say Antonio, he might eat that a Venezuelan president, cause him know if him wanna move, hey, if him wanna move like a Russian president, you know, America wouldn't catch him. Hey, that them man in a normal, you know? Mighty God. You know normal, none at all. Russian president, them man they move like a ghost. Yo, them man they move like ghosts, brother. Them man the security detail no normal. You hear me I tell you? So, well, and that are the news, you know, people. Me now look. Me only tell my people them to watch, you know. Try prepare on yourself. Try the best to prepare on yourself, yeah? And the best thing, let me play it because let me play it, let me look for it. In the middle of the night. Yeah.
Jamaica news flash, guys. Mr. Olness say one next hurricane and its way coming right now. He also says the weak areas like Waterfront, some police station, Sandy Gully, they must go rebuild so it can stand the impact of the next hurricane. So guys, in case you don't know, some people know already and some people don't know. Yes, the Prime Minister, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Olney says we have to prepare ourselves. So we have to prepare ourselves, you know. And me just telling us to prepare ourselves, but him saying, and next hurricane it's already on its way. So I don't know what's going on if him don't tell everybody, but him tell me. And some of the fellow Jamaicans them who know already.
Yes.
Oh God, him say it already on its way. Lord Jesus. Jamaica news
Flash, Jamaica.
In a recent interview.
Oh my God. Hold on there, my video shop play.
With Andrew Wallace.
Oh my God.
He said something that I'm telling you, if you haven't heard before, you're gonna find shocking. Which leads to many questions. Check this out.
Opportunity to build resilience even in areas that were not impacted. So, for example, the Sandy Gully. That's an area that is a weakness, and we have to build resilience there. All the areas of the seafront which need revetment work, those are weaknesses. We're seeing the collapse of local governments, of police stations, of the first responders, weaknesses in terms of our ability to do airlift. All of these are areas that we have to build in order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already.
What?
That other hurricane which is on its way already.
What you say?
That other hurricane which is on its way already. That in order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already. That other hurricane which is on its way already.
News Flash, Jamaica.
Yo!
Recent interview.
No. London 45 put me on the big screen. She stitched the video. No, may I tell you. London 45 stitched the video. Remember? Mighty God. No, it's serious though, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of eyes Andrew Honest have? I see hurricane already. When we can't see it. Oh, we not hear about it on the news. As a matter of fact, the weatherman them. Andrew Honest are the new weatherman. No. Hold on there. I have some question. I have some serious question. Hold on. Hold on there. Hold on there, my people. This is not normal. Ladies and gentlemen, I know some of they are listen. I'm say London 45. London 45 got some bops and stitch the video. Big up London 45 by the way. Big up yourself, mama. Right? But you know me they are question me I say Andrew Honest are the new weatherman. The man are the ultimate weatherman. Andrew Honest is the ultimate weatherman, ladies and gentlemen. OMC hurricane. We're already there on the way. And where it come from? Oh no other weatherman, the Mr. Weatherman on YouTube. Oh me not hear you tell we say this other hurricane that is on its way already. Oh you know come on your platform, you are the biggest weatherman we me know. You make Andrew Honest outdo you, Mr. Weatherman. Where all of the weather station them there? Huh? Where is this other hurricane that is on its way already? The man never said, he could have said, all right, you know, a potential hurricane that could be coming based off of climate change, you know. Him never said that, you know. The man said, the other hurricane that it's on its way already. That means that the hurricane farming, ladies and gentlemen. And wherever it come from is a massive hurricane and it is creating havoc and destroying some part of the world or outer space the hurricane that come from. No, that would make it worse. Then no, if an outer space the hurricane that come from. Oh, Andrew only see it. Because of him alone, me hear talk about this other hurricane that is on its way already, you know. Huh? No, these people wanna know say not my word. Not my word. Me just played it a while ago. This my lady. Hear it. See? Hold on it. Oh, I not play.
Newsflash, Jamaica.
In a recent interview,
yeah,
with Andrew Honest, he said something
right.
that I'm telling you, if you haven't heard before, you're gonna find shocking.
Shocking.
Which leads to many questions.
Yes.
Opportunity to build resilience even in areas that were not impacted.
Yes.
So for example, the Sandy Gully. That's an area that is a weakness.
Right.
And we have to build resilience there. All the areas of the seafront which need revetment work, those are weaknesses. We've seen the collapse of local governments, of administrations, of the first responders, you know, weaknesses in terms of our ability to do airlift. All of these are areas that we have to build in order to withstand that other hurricane which is on its way already.
What?
That other hurricane which is on its way already.
Yes, sir.
That other hurricane which is on its way already.
So I want to know, Andrew, sir, how you see the hurricane, huh? How many hear nobody else talk about it? Just a question, my boss. Yeah, I true. We need to know. Not true, ladies and gentlemen. I think we need to know. We need to know. But anyway, let me go to this clip right here. A word and a verse on TikTok. Alright.
And so I'm speaking to members of the security forces. We're about to step into that realm, and it's going to happen suddenly. We are not far from it. It can happen any moment now. And when it happens, no one will be safe. You hear what I just said? I'm not giving security advice. I'm speaking as the Lord is showing. No one will be safe. Because the enemy will be within. The enemy is there already. They know what the Lord is saying, and as we have been praying, we are seeing it coming up, and we are just sharing with you. So they have now been able to master and manage the system so that they can master their activities. So you are there plotting as to how to deal with operatives on the outside, not realizing that some of the very same persons who are planning, you are planning with, they are knowing the plan, and they will know how to intercept, intervene, and manipulate. So there will be incidents of innocent lives being lost, meaning members of the security forces, persons who decide that we will not comply, we will not be a part of it. That's where we're about to enter. The word of advice, members of the security forces who are born again believers, you need to observe a season of fasting and prayer.
Whoa.
Cry out to the Lord so that he can shut down the plots and plans of the enemy so that he can expose these wolves in sheep clothing, because no law-abiding officer or security personnel who decide to stand for what is right would be safe. I'm giving a prophetic word as the Lord has showed. It's coming out of prayer, and we are making it clear for all to hear. Members of the public, we need to intensify our prayers for the security forces, because the forces of darkness are determined to advance their agenda, and anyone who tries to stand in their way, they will try to remove them. We need to pray for members of the security forces, pray for the JCF, pray for the JDF, very important. And this is an appeal to members of the security forces who are born-again believers. You need to come together, identify other born-again believers, and you need to be praying deliberately about what was just released. The very same technology that we are singing and waxing praises, the enemy has mastered it from within and will be leveraging it to advance their agenda from within.
That is a sobering prophetic message. Ladies and gentlemen, I never even, something just led me to go to a word and a verse. Wow. 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 May I have to go play that again. People, again, this is the call-in show. The number is 876-451-6535. That's 876-451-6535. Call me on WhatsApp only. 876-451-6535. 876-451. The number is in the title of the live stream. Come on, man. I don't even need to be talking. Like, all you gotta do is look in the title. It's right there. It's on the thumbnail of the video as well. Wow, bro.
And so I'm speaking to members of the security forces. We're about to step into that realm, and it's going to happen suddenly. We are not far from it. It can happen any moment now. And when it happens, no one will be safe. You hear what I just said? I'm not giving security advice. I'm speaking as the Lord is showing. No one will be safe, because the enemy will be within. The enemy is there already, but they know what the Lord is saying, and as we have been praying, we are seeing it coming up, and we are just sharing with you. So they have now been able to master and manage the system so that they can master their activities. So you are there plotting as to how to deal with operatives on the outside, not realizing that some of the very same persons who are planning, you are planning with, they are knowing the plan, and they will know how to intercept, intervene, and manipulate. So there will be incidents of innocent lives being lost, meaning members of the security forces, persons who decide that we will not comply, we will not be a part of it. That's where we're about to enter. The word of advice: members of the security forces who are born again believers, you need to observe a season of fasting and prayer. Cry out to the Lord so that he can shut down the plots and plans of the enemy, so that he can expose these wolves in sheep clothing, because no law-abiding officer or security personnel who decide to stand for what is right would be safe. I'm giving a prophetic word as the Lord has showed. It's coming out of prayer, and we are making it clear for all to hear. Members of the public, we need to intensify our prayers for the security forces, because the forces of darkness are determined to advance their agenda, and anyone who tries to stand in their way, they will try to remove them. We need to pray for members of the security forces, pray for the JCF, pray for the JDF, very important. And this is an appeal to members of the security forces who are born-again believers. You need to come together, identify other born-again believers, and you need to be praying deliberately about what was just released. The very same technology that we are singing and waxing praises, the enemy has mastered it from within and will be leveraging it to advance their agenda from within. And so,
why? Wow. 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 That is, man, listen. Wow, bro. Did I put, oh yeah, I did. That's what I wanted to play. Wow. Guys, pay attention to my TikTok. My TikTok is gonna get very, very active. Very, very active on some topics. Yeah. Very, very active.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, Freedom Come TV or Freedom Come Ministries Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth had a lot to say. I won't say more. I'll just let you listen. Let's go.
before going to the passage of scripture, which of course comes to us from the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 30. That's Jeremiah chapter 30. Allow me to share quickly. We are having reports that Venezuela has detained several Americans as tensions continue to rise between the two nations. So, of course, we are anticipating, based on the prophetic word, based on what we're seeing in the realm of the spirit, for things to escalate between the two nations. And of course, it will have serious repercussions for the Caribbean and also for relations with Russia and China as well. Remembering they are allies of Venezuela. So we need to keep our eyes on that developing situation. Also, the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago was rattled by an earthquake this morning. Yes, and remember the prophetic word about increased earthquakes, etc., volcanic eruption, etc. So that is development. One other aspect of the prophetic word, I guess, as time goes by, we'll share more as the Holy Spirit gives us freedom, is agriculture. One of the crops coming up on the radar that we should plant lots and lots of that crop is pumpkin. I'm going to say it one more time. Pumpkin. And melon, watermelon, pumpkin and watermelon. One of the things that is common, there are a number of things, but I won't get into it, is the number of seeds that these crops produce. Of course, the nutrients are there, but I thought I would mention, while they do not have life, you have to be creative. But seeds, and for example, melon is a complete meal. If you do the research, a complete meal. Yes, if you eat it.
Sassy, make sure so you have your watermelon and your pumpkin in here. Make sure you have your watermelon and your pumpkin. Guys, make sure you have your watermelon and your pumpkin. This advice that he's giving now is forward thinking and golden advice. All Jamaicans, we don't know what the future holds. We can pray, and we have to pray. We have to pray. What the man just talked about, and I have to play it again, you know, for the people that are just coming in. Like I share the video, I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna go back to what he just said a while ago.
And persons don't know that the skin, right, should really be eaten. The skin, wash it and you eat everything. The same thing with pumpkin. So they are very similar, but that's for another story. So pumpkin, melon, that's coming up on the radar that we should plant lots and lots of that. The Lord also will give us innovative ways of storing. Of course, you know, the melon, there are different ways of treating with it. Yeah, so we will speak to that at another time. That's not the time now, but I thought I could share that with you in terms of food security. Melon, you know, melon also carries a lot of water. A large percentage of melon is water. There are those who say up to 70%, which is very interesting. So you know that if you are thirsty, you have no water, melon is a good source because it not only provides other nutrients, but it gives you lots and lots of water. That, I'm going to stop there for now. So melon, pumpkin, and one of the commonalities, they produce a lot of seeds. Of course, Satan is trying to phase that out by producing, quote unquote, seedless melon and even to come seedless pumpkin. But remember now, anything without seeds that God made with seeds, once you see it without seed, I would encourage you to think twice about eating or consuming it. Okay? That's all I will say. If I were you, I wouldn't eat it. But I'm just simply saying, if God has made a particular food with seed and it is being given to you purportedly without seed, or you reap it and you see no seed in it, you need to stay far from it. If I were you, I wouldn't eat it.
And ladies and gentlemen, one of the things you have to understand, you know, scientifically it's been proven that seeds, all of this is God's creation. There's a code in the food. There's a code in the food, right, that have seeds in it. So that code is direct instructions from the Most High. So it using deductive reasoning, if you was to remove the seeds from the plant or the fruit, it no longer has God's code in it. Life is intelligent. The intelligence comes from the Most High. So if you are to move the intelligence from it and the code and the instruction, what instruction is in it and who put the instruction in it? And is that instruction good for you and your body? Just think about that. These are questions. Think about that. And I have to frame it in a way because you already know the powers that be, the devils that is behind this agenda. Yes?
Based on where things are now, in terms of the evil agenda to depopulate the world, and also to commandeer or to monopolize, right? Monopolize food production. Might I say this to you? The one who owns the seed owns the power and controls the people.
Yep.
The one who owns the seed. That is why in Switzerland, for example.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys know in the times of the kings and queens, when it was up the scene in that era of kings and queens, way back, who control the seeds? Who control the seeds? People used to raid places to get seeds because they knew if they didn't have the seeds, they would die for hunger. If you wanted to erase a population, hold back the seeds. Yeah, who controls the weather is real destruction as well. That's a fact. Do you know, do some research about who owns the water rights in the world for countries all over. Just do some research on that. Why is Jamaica having a water problem? Why people can't get water in a them pipe? No, Jamaica, me tell them to say, oh my God, yo, I pray that the Lord gives the people an epiphany and just make it quite clear to them what needs to be done. Jamaica should not have a water problem, you know. Jamaica should not have a problem where water is not going into everybody's pipes. It's a very, very serious.
Of the various crops that produce seed, all the originals are there. They have a seed bank. The largest seed bank globally is there. All the seeds you can think of, they have them. Why is it they are storing them? Why is it Jamaica does not have a seed bank of original seeds?
Such a fertile country that deals with farming, and no government never thought about investing in a seed bank. I am calling out both governments, ladies and gentlemen, whether they were not being proactive, and then I might be ignorant, so, but I don't know of any seed bank. Hella pause, man. I don't know of any plant seed bank, right, that is in Jamaica or has ever been in Jamaica. If there has been, somebody can correct me. But as it stands right now, I am not aware of any government that has had an initiative where they created a seed bank, a plant seed bank. Sounds crazy when I say that. I have to say a plant seed bank. I don't know of any of them doing that. I don't know of any of them doing that. I don't know of that being a part of their manifesto. I don't know of any of that. Collecting seeds. How important that, and is it because we have been so blessed with a land that is so fertile and everything just a grow back and we have so much farmer, we never thought about it? Well, unfortunately, in my opinion, the wrong government is in office. So I can't even say, Andrew Owens, you need to have a organic plant seed bank. Start storing it up now. And as quick, accelerate it as fast as possible. I would say to every individual in Jamaica for sure. Yeah, me tell people, you know, you see all of the women them, where violate farmer, all of the women them will look down upon farmer, go and repent here. In this season, find you a farmer. You don't have to deal with them, but stay close to them. Yeah, man. Stay close to them. You not fit, you not, because you're not married and everything. You're not going to sell them. I'm saying, make sure you have a farmer or farmer friends. Especially those that are growing organic food, yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, we have to start learning. We have to take things seriously. And, you know, we can multitask. I mean, say, the internet and everything and the gadgets, them is a part of it. It's a part of our life, but we have to multitask. We're going to do some multitasking, ladies and gentlemen. This thing with Venezuela and America has to be a wake-up call. Food security has to be a top priority. We hear Andrew Owens talk about it, but them talk about a lot of things. It's time for the people to take matters in their own hands. take responsibility for your own survival and production and elevation. Survival mostly. Because again, this situation with Venezuela and America, the potential. I remember the gentleman from St. Lucia that has the platform. He said he has been preparing for some years now for the potential WW3. And that was a couple months ago. I watched that video and he was extremely serious. He said if other people don't want to take it serious, that's for them business. And one of the things that triggered it was that there were U.S. Navy ships all over the Caribbean in the waters. You understand? All over. And the man said, no, listen, you guys don't really understand, you know, this is an area of peace, and now we have this. The man said, prepare for WW3. Prepare for it. And I'm not talking about wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. You can imagine a lack of water and a lack of food. That's why it's so genius what the apostle said about watermelon and pumpkin. Both of them, one watermelon quench your thirst better than anything else. It rehydrates your cells them in your body. Right? And you have to get the one that is organic. And then the pumpkin has a lot of nutrients in it as well. And you can eat down to the pumpkin seed. A lack of gas, ladies and gentlemen. Wood fire. Store up wood. Like the people in the snow. Store up wood. Coal. Get some coal stored up. Take time. Put some and for the people overseas, prepare on yourself as well. And if you can store water, definitely store water. You know long. Karen tell me about this water thing. Say, Bolo, store water. Have your bitter bush medicine them for any potential type of illness. Because now them the times what is a hospital? You have got to have the knowledge of old time remedies. Natural medicine. What may I tell you? Soursop leaf, no joke. The bark, everything on soursop good. Every single thing on the soursop tree good. Everything, down to your root. Every single thing on the soursop tree good. Everything. This is serious, guys.
And by extension, planting materials. You answer that question. And we have been speaking about this for 10 years now, and up to this point, they have not moved at it. But we shall see what we shall see. All I'm saying is, local farmers and every citizen owns the power and controls the people. The one who owns the seed. That is why in Switzerland, for example, all original seeds of the various crops that produce seed, all the originals are there. They have a seed bank. The largest seed bank globally is there. All the seeds you can think of, they have them. Why is it they are storing them? Why is it Jamaica does not have a seed bank of original seeds and, by extension, planting materials? You answer that question. And we have been speaking about this for 10 years now, and up to this point, they have not moved at it. But we shall see what we shall see. All I'm saying is, local farmers and every citizen, you need to start collecting and storing seed, original seeds. Because the time is coming when original seeds, will be like gold. And those that are available on the open market will not be original. A word to the wise is sufficient. Running along, we're out of...
Ladies and gentlemen, who have ears to hear, let them hear. Melon. Watermelon. Original watermelon. Thirst. Drought. Full meal. Pumpkin. Seeds. Maintain land. Straight from the man of God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. The Lord is preparing us for sustainability. Who that have ears to hear, let them hear. Be prepared for what is to come, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared for what is to come. And for what is to come. That is it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, Freedom Come TV or Freedom Come Ministries Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth had a lot to say. I won't say more. I'll just let it.
Oh yeah, me play that back for you people that just come in.
Listen. Let's go.
Before going to the passage of scripture, which of course comes to us from the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 30. That's Jeremiah chapter 30. Allow me to share quickly. We are having reports that Venezuela has detained several Americans as tensions continue to rise between the two nations. So, of course, we are anticipating, based on the prophetic word, based on what we're seeing in the realm of the spirit, for things to escalate between the two nations. And, of course, either it will have serious repercussions for the Caribbean and also for relations with Russia and China as well. Remembering they are allies of Venezuela. So we need to keep our eyes on that developing situation. Also, the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, was rattled by an earthquake this morning. Yes, and remember the prophetic word about increased earthquakes, etc., volcanic eruption, etc. So that is development. One other aspect of the prophetic word, I guess, as time goes by, we'll share more as the Holy Spirit gives us freedom, is agriculture. One of the crops coming up on the radar that we should plant lots and lots of that crop is pumpkin. Pumpkin. I'm going to say it one more time. Pumpkin. 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 And melon, watermelon. Pumpkin and watermelon. One of the things that is common, there are a number of things, but I will get into it, is the number of seeds that these crops produce. Of course, the nutrients are there, but I thought I would mention, while they do not have a long shelf life, you have to be creative, but seeds. And for example, the melon is a complete meal. If you do the research, a complete meal. Yes? If you eat it, many persons don't know that the skin, right, should really be eaten. The skin, wash it and you eat everything. The same thing with pumpkin. So they are very similar, but that's for another story. So pumpkin, melon, that's coming up on the radar that we should plant lots and lots of that. The Lord also will give us innovative ways of storing. Of course, you know, the melon, there are different ways of treating with it. So we will speak to that at another time. That's not the time now, but I thought I could share that with you in terms of food security. Melon, you know, melon also carries a lot of water. A large percentage of melon is water. There are those who say up to 70%, which is very interesting. So you know that if you are thirsty, you have no water, melon is a good source because it not only provides other nutrients, but it gives you lots and lots of water. That, I'm going to stop there for now. So melon, pumpkin, and one of the commonalities, they produce a lot of seeds. Of course, Satan is trying to phase that out by producing quote-unquote seedless melon and even to come seedless pumpkin. But remember now, anything without seeds that God made with seeds, once you see it without seed, I would encourage you to think twice about eating or consuming it. Okay? That's all I would say. If I were you, I wouldn't eat it. But I'm just simply saying, if God has made a particular food with seed and it is being given to you purportedly without seed, or you reap it and you see no seed in it, you need to stay far from it. If I were you, I wouldn't eat it. Based on where things are now, in terms of the evil agenda to depopulate the world, and also to commandeer or to monopolize, right? Monopolize food production. Might I say this to you? The one who owns the seed owns the power and controls the people. The one who owns the seed. That is why in Switzerland, for example, all original seeds of the various crops that produce seed, all the originals are there. They have a seed bank. The largest seed bank globally is there. All the seeds you can think of, they have them. Why is it they are storing them? Why is it Jamaica does not have a seed bank of original seeds and by extension planting materials? You answer that question. And we have been speaking about this for 10 years now, and up to this point, they have not moved at it. But we shall see what we shall see. All I'm saying is, local farmers and every citizen, you need to start collecting and storing seed, original seeds. Because the time is coming when seed, original seeds, will be like gold. And those that are available on the open market will not be original. A word to the wise is sufficient. Running along, we're out of...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. One of them thing, you know? Anywho. Why them hey. I'm gonna play this from After Press. After Press. Talk about TV about notes on JLP vlogger. After Press on TikTok. I don't really pay them no mind, you know. The JLP vlogger them, you know. I don't watch them none at all.
Is the opposition leader of Jamaica under investigation by the integrity?
You look a shitbag where I fight with Juliet Wallace to suck Andrew Cock. I come talk about if the opposition leader statutory declaration certified. I'm tell you this bumble wall. It's when the pressure starts in Jamaica. All of these things where you come on social media contact, make sure you say you can prove it, you know. It's when the hungry turn up in Jamaica, because we know you already, you know. Make sure so when the blood clot separation starts in Jamaica, everything where you come on, you can say you can prove it, you know. Because we are going to hold you accountable just like we are going to hold Andrew accountable, you know. So go and continue aid and betting in Andrew criminality. And say not even the dog that pissed up on the wall of Babylon, my friend, I going to escape the rat. Just make sure so everything where you come say, make sure so you can prove it, you know. Because we are going to hold you and Andrew when it's accountable, you know.
My God.
Try blood clot, know that.
Wow.
Is the opposition leader of Jamaica?
When channel name?
Try blood.
Are we talking about channel name? Tough time ahead. Hold on, let me find that channel there. I never know say talking mind have TikTok channel. What the ratty they say to me? Tough time ahead. Sorry for the bad word, people. Sorry, you hear? Tough time ahead. Me never know say. Hold on. I'm going to play something controversial. This is for entertainment purposes only, ladies and gentlemen. What I am about to share is not my personal thoughts on the matter. Right? It's just what was put out there that I found very interesting. Right? So let me see if I sent it to myself. Ah, here it is.
And the US have just announced that they have carried out some massive military strikes on Venezuela earlier today, and then they instantly announced that they have captured the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife. Now, let me show you a clip of what Nicolas Maduro says about Israel.
Rose Wagwan. Alright, him said, this is what Nicholas Maduro say about Israel. And I'm reading Nicholas Maduro's words. These are not my words. Because he must speak in a different language and you can't understand the language. So him say, those Jews, this is what Nicholas Maduro said, and I quote, those Jews from the 12th tribe who are not the ones who rule today in the state of Israel, those who govern today, Netanyahu. This is what Nicholas Maduro is saying, not me. Good. Is not an. The man said Nicholas Maduro said Netanyahu is not an authentic Jew. Not my word. That's what the audience is saying, right? He is a scoundrel who comes from Poland. Not my word. Nicholas Maduro. I don't even know his name good. The Venezuelan president. Him say Netanyahu is not a Jew and he's a scoundrel from Poland. Not my word, ladies and gentlemen. Not my word. Let's continue. For those who like to talk about religions, this and say that this is a religious conflict. So people out there like to say that what is happening is a religious conflict, right? Punko Wagwan. Punko Swagwan. At first me I see this a clip here. And today. And I'm sharing it. Listen. Man has said those who like to say it's a religious conflict. No. It's not a religious conflict. That is what he's saying. Maduro. Alright? The conflict exists since the foundation of the state of Israel is a geopolitical conflict. So the man is saying it's not a religious conflict, it's a geopolitical conflict. Alright, let's continue. Because that state was created to conquer. He said the state of Israel, Maduro said the state of Israel was created to conquer the Middle East, Central Asia, and Central Asia to take away their riches and colonialize those people. Mighty God. Mighty God. Wow. Not war. So no, this is a speech from him speaking in English. Listen to this. Not war. Not war. Not war. Just peace. Just peace. Just peace. Forever. Forever. Peace. Peace. Forever. No crazy war. No crazy war. No crazy. No crazy war. No crazy war. Please.
And right now, the US.
So that is Nicholas Maduro. No crazy war, no crazy war. Peace. No crazy war. Peace. Only hear what the man say about Israel, ladies and gentlemen, not my word. I don't know nothing about them historically. And what it is all about, this war that continues to go on. I don't know. All I know is that war does not benefit anybody. And it is easy to identify. That's all I will say. It is quite easy to identify who is the bully in a war. And the bully in a war, more often than not, is the antagonizer and is also the one that is in the wrong. Because peace does not come with submission and condition. Peace comes with mutual respect. True peace comes with mutual respect for each other. You understand? is not one side bowing down to the other. Another side bowing down to the other is conquering. Yes, it's enslavement. Oftentimes. And I can say that because that is true. Very interesting times we're living in, guys. Very interesting times we're living in. Yeah? Now I want to go to this. A long time if I play this.
Digital ID is the biggest step towards the surveillance state this country has ever faced in my lifetime. If any government wants access to every detail of your life, they are the ones who should be feared.
Mighty God.
We live in a country where the state...
You know what? Let me just, in a Jesus name, let me just record that because it is so profound. We need to record that. And put it out. Let me see. Is my microphone on? It shouldn't be. It's off. So I won't get any feedback. Perfect. Wonderful. God is the greatest. Alright. Let us see how this goes now. Desktop. Alright, desktop. Are you with me? I'll work with. Where is it? Display. Ah, perfect. Wonderful.
Digital ID is the biggest step towards the surveillance state this country has ever faced in my lifetime. If any government wants access to every detail of your life, they are the ones who should...
I forgot to edit it, you know. See it there? Problem, ladies and gentlemen. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Oh, it does freeze up, sir. At this moment in time. Mighty God. It totally freeze up, you know. Delete. Me don't forget it back still. Task manager. Here we go. No worries. No worries, guys. No worries. Got it, I've got it.
Towards the surveillance state this country. Digital ID is the biggest step towards the surveillance state this country has ever faced in my lifetime. If any government wants access to every detail of your life, they are the ones who should be feared. We live in a country where the state can't even run a basic IT system without losing data or leaking personal details. It won't last a week before a mountain of sensitive personal data is left at a bus stop in Kent again. I do not trust any government. I certainly do not trust this government.
My God.
And let us remember, once government gets a new power, it never gives it back.
Never give it up.
It expands and evolves.
Yes.
Digital ID will not stop approving who you are. It will creep into travel, banking, housing, benefits, even voting. Today it's voluntary. Tomorrow it will be required for security reasons.
Yes.
The day after that, you won't be able to access basic services without it. All for your own good, remember. Britain is supposed to be a country where the government serves the people, not the other way around. A country built on privacy, liberty and trust. British people just want the government to leave them alone and get out of their lives, to build a business, raise a family and live in peace. Digital ID treats every citizen as a suspect.
Yes.
It assumes that the state has the right to look over your shoulder.
Yes.
You defend it by severely limiting the power of the state,
yes,
not radically expanding it. Abolishing jury trials, cancelling elections, implementing facial recognition, and now this. This incoming dystopian future must be resisted. I will be holding my own protests against this creeping move towards George Orwell's Animal Farm. I will simply not comply.
Yes.
I will not be downloading a digital ID.
Yes.
I urge other MPs to commit to do the same. The solution
Both
is
my
obvious.
sassy ladies are here.
I'll
Oh my
just have
God.
to reinvest in a Nokia. I preferred the simplicity of it anyway. The sound people of Great Yarmouth do not want digital ID.
Mighty God.
Thank you. Digital ID is the biggest step towards the surveillance state this country has ever faced in my lifetime. If any government wants access to every detail of your life, they are the ones who should be feared. We live in a country where the state can't even run a basic IT system without losing data or leaking personal details. It won't last a week before a mountain of sensitive personal data is left at a bus stop in Kent again. I do not trust any government. I certainly do not trust this government. And let us remember, once government gets a new power, it never gives it back.
Never.
It expands and evolves.
Yes.
Digital ID will not stop at proving who you are. It will creep into travel, banking, housing, benefits, even voting.
Yes.
Today it's voluntary, tomorrow it will be required for security reasons. The day after that, we won't be able to access basic services without it.
My God.
All for your own good, remember.
Remember.
Britain is supposed to be a country where the government serves the people, not the other way around. A country built on privacy, liberty and trust.
Yes.
British people just want the government to leave them alone and get out of their lives.
Yes.
To build a business, raise a family and live in peace.
Right.
Digital ID treats every citizen as a suspect.
Yes.
It assumes that the state has the right to look over your shoulder.
That's right.
You defend it by severely limiting the power of the state, not radically expanding it. Abolishing jury trials, cancelling elections, implementing facial recognition, and now this. This incoming dystopian future must be resisted. I will be holding my own protests against this creeping move towards George Orwell's Animal Farm.
Yes.
I will simply not comply.
Simple.
I will not be downloading a digital ID.
Simple.
I urge other MPs to commit to do the same.
Yes.
The solution is obvious. I'll just have to reinvest in a Nokia.
Yes.
I preferred the simplicity of it anyway.
Yes.
The sound people of Great Yarmouth do not want digital ID.
Yes.
Thank you. Digital ID is the biggest step towards the surveillance state this country has ever faced in my lifetime. If any...
Yeah, man. Big up that brother there, man. And this is Parliament, you know, in England, you know. This is the conversation, you know. This is the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. It's serious. It's serious. And Jamaican people out here. Ah, boy. Yo, I'm so disappointed in our people. We have become sheep. You understand? Majority of us have become sheep, brother. Where's the nanny? Where's the Paul Bogle them? Where them there? Where's the spirit of these people? Huh? Where's the bloodline? Where is the bloodline? Mighty God. No, sir. But big up my two sassy ladies, them Sassy 81 and Sassy D. Yes, big up on yourself.
So everybody left on social media. I worry about one storm or one breeze you're supposed to blow. I don't know, I worry about the pussy when you get to the place after I storm or breeze blow. You know what I'm saying? One life goes time.
Where say KFC get them Saturday? I don't know. Yeah, what the man say? Him rather want Nokia, brother. Just give him back him Nokia. I don't wrong him. I don't wrong him. Give me back my Nokia. Man say him like the same.
In the club. In the club. It's a very big club.
Yeah, man say him like the simplicity of the Nokia, you know? Why this computer you have freeze up for some reason. Come like them conversation are too high tech. How I go on? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? Send this to myself. I need to edit it and put it out there. Hear what's in the news.
Sections of Portland and St. Mary were flooded today following prolonged rainfall. As we hear in this report, climate change and neglect of infrastructure are being blamed. Jamila Maitland explains.
With blaring blue lights, a police pickup is positioned sideways in the pouring rain along the Huddersfield Main Road in St. Mary Friday to warn motorists. Sections of the roadway were left impassable due to heavy flooding.
Wickedest flood me ever see from me down here 12 years. There's flood over wicked.
Along the Stewarttown Main Road, frustration grew. Floodwaters greeted our new steam. Not the 2026
No, I haven't shown this.
Sections of Portland and St. Mary were flooded today following prolonged rainfall.
Let me turn my camera.
In this report, climate change and neglect of infrastructure are being blamed.
Let me turn the camera.
Maitland explains.
With blaring blue lights, a police pickup is positioned sideways in the pouring rain along the Huddersfield Main Road in St. Mary Friday to warn motorists. Sections of the roadway were left impassable due to heavy flooding.
Wickedest flood me ever see from me down here 12 years. There's flood over
So now I go on.
Along the Stewarttown Main Road, frustration grew. Floodwaters greeted our new steam, not the 2026 welcome from the normally hospitable residents.
Yes, your body can see me here.
George Eitel says the community needs assistance.
This is the fourth time now I'm flood out, you know. I'm asked the Prime Minister help this time because the fourth time I flood out. Nothing. This is the worst one I've seen in 74 years.
Whoa!
Chairman of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, Fitzroy Wilson, says aside from the intense rainfall, poor management of the Soakaway is the reason for the flooding.
Months ago, we would have spoken to the National Works Agency because there's a Soakaway there and it is not being maintained. The drainage along the road, major roadway, it is still not clean even after the hurricane season and leading up to the hurricane season.
Mr. Wilson, who was leading a team from the corporation during preliminary assessment, says the damage could have been worse if it happened at night. The rain also exposed asphalt from recently paved roads. Pipes and utility poles are also compromised.
Good day. Can't see all of this, so we need a little drainage. So we like the court of them to come see it and give assistance.
In neighboring Portland, similar problems. This woman looks out at her backyard, swallowed by water in Hope Bay. Her laundry hanging on to said Hope as it stares at its ghostly reflection in the dirty...
No. Jesus have mercy, Father God, take a case. People, when I see this? Mighty God.
Floodwaters.
There was no water, but as you can see, there's a swamp behind. So I don't know if that's what caused the water to seep in so quickly.
In St. Margaret's Bay, residents were marooned in their own home. Both communities are located close to the Rio Grande, but residents say there is a greater problem.
Mommy said it's happened about 3 times last year. I know this is second year of the year, and the reason why this is happening is because of the condition of the drainage. You understand, the Rio Grande drainage, and people can't live like this with somebody.
I just want to make it categorically clear. Hold on, mommy. Hold on, me turn the camera. Jesus. Nah, you hear me, you know? Me I say, ladies and gentlemen, let us make it categorically clear. Let me tell you something.
Of concern, too, is the potential for a health crisis.
Leptospirosis is going around. And this is, a lot of children are in the area. I even see kids walking up on the road in this water, and there's a lot of bacteria, and this is crazy for the water brown.
Jamila Maitland, TV.
That lady they make an excellent point a while ago, and I'm glad she made it. I'm glad she made it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is 100% the government fault. And let me tell you why. There has been a consistent lack of the capital budget being underspent. The capital budget is what is supposed to do this, the cleaning of these drains all over the island. This is 100% the fault of the government. Negligence, mismanagement, 100%. It is their function and responsibility, right, to spend the capital budget. They have been underspending the capital budget. So there's money there to do the job, but they're not doing it because they're not spending the money. They're not allocating it through proper procurement. Yes, 100% the government fault where these things are concerned. And imagine, we just had a hurricane the other day. A massive hurricane. You hear this man say? 74 years. Listen what the elder said.
It needs assistance.
This is the fourth time now I'm flood out, you know. And I asked the Prime Minister help this time, I call it fourth time I flood out. Nothing. This is the worst one I've seen in 74 years.
Chairman of the St. Mary Municipal Co.
You hear that? So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hear anything about the PMP. The PMP has not seen power or not been given power from the people for the last 10 years. Any problem that is in Jamaica is a JLP problem. They are the ones running the government. I don't want to hear nothing about PMP. Sick and tired of the foolishness. Right? When the PMP was in power, nobody gave the PMP excuses. Nobody. Them never say, oh, but a JLP. No. When PJ in a power for 18 years, nobody gave PJ any excuses. So we should not offer this government any excuses. This government is so weak and full of dog feces. Right? When they want to talk about 18 years ago. 18 years ago, that's not even 18 years ago. Right? There were different successful different successful administrations after PJ Patterson, PMP and JLP, and them still want to go back to 18 years ago. This is a fault of the government of the country.
Fitzroy Wilson says, aside from the intense rainfall, poor management of the Soakaway is the reason for the flooding.
Months ago, we would have spoken to the National Works Agency because...
You hear that? Months ago, they would have spoken to the National Works Agency. Nothing was done, ladies and gentlemen. At this Rastanheim and talk about, you know, and Colin Bell, you know, even Mr. Julian Robinson had raised the issue, you know. And the first man me here talk about, apart from Rastanheim, and spoke about the capital budget being underspent. Me tell you, you know, it's almost like the JLP, in my opinion and my view, based off their lack of action and incompetence, it's almost like they are just trying to destroy this country. Me can't shake that feeling there. Every single time stuff like this come up, it me go back to that thought. Right? It's this bad, man.
There's a soakaway there, and it is not being maintained. The drainage along the road, major roadway, it is still not cleaned even after the hurricane season and leading up to the hurricane season.
Mr. Wilson, who was leading a team...
Antonio said, I born and grew at St. Mary, and his first me see it look like that. Me not tell a lie, I've never seen that. I've been to St. Mary and I've never seen that before in all my years. Me never see that yet. That the roadway they part at the highway part there, so me never see that yet. Me never see rainfall and do that yet. Never. You understand? That's crazy, man.
Team from the corporation during preliminary assessment says the damage could have been worse if it happened at night. The rain also exposed the asphalt from recently paved roads. Pipes and utility poles are also compromised.
You can see all of this, so we don't need a little drainage. So we don't like the court of them to come see it and give us this land.
In neighboring Portland, similar problems. This woman looks out at her backyard, swallowed by water in Hope Bay. Her laundry hanging on to said Hope as it stares at its ghostly reflection in the dirty floodwaters.
There was no water.
Hey,
but
Empress.
as you can see, there's a swamp behind. So I don't know if that's what caused the water to seep in so quick.
In St. Margaret's Bay, residents were marooned in their own home. Both communities are located close to the Rio Grande, but residents say there is a great problem.
Mommy said it happened about 3 times last year. I know this is the second day of the year, and the reason why this is happening is because of the condition of the drainage. You understand the Rio Grande drainage?
So there's a consistent argument among residents, ladies and gentlemen, about the reason why this is happening. A month ago, National Work Agency was spoken to. You know what them are going to say now? Them are going to say, you know, boy, Hurricane Melissa liquid and, you know, we strapped for cash and we have to deal with it. Listen, me man, why I don't want any excuses and we got, this is why knowledge is power, you know. You see when you have knowledge of how things work, that's why the man them say we need to have civics back in our school, you know. When you have knowledge of how the government function and everything, you know, them can't trick you, you know. Education is key, man. Education is key. Right? I can't believe this, brother. Up there, so flood out so up at St. Mary and that the street there. Me never see that yet. All these years I've never seen that. Up a Stuart Town, man. Right? Upon the long stretch there, so when you pass Mango Valley entrance. I don't know about no flight cancel for every Caribbean. I don't know about that. 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 I don't know about that at all. Our spice I deal with. I want to go on there, so. Oh, the most viral stories of 2025. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Supreme Ventures, what? Opposition wants transparency in investigation of the death of the St. James boy, yeah? We talked about that. Westmoreland Health Department tackling rodents. All right, let me hear what going on, sir.
The Westmoreland Health Department has embarked on an intensive program to tackle rodents and mosquitoes in communities hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. The response comes as residents raise alarm over worsening.
Members say, I people them voting back Mantic, you know. Yeah, man. Who take bribe? Take bribe. Who take whatever they do, are them voting me in back. And it could have suffer feedback, you know? Yeah.
Sanitary conditions.
Piles of uncollected garbage and pools of stagnant water. It's a scene residents in communities in Sablamar, Westmoreland have all gotten accustomed to in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. And now, they say rats, frogs, and other rodents have become a daily sight.
We have monster rats.
What?
Those are some of the stuff that's plaguing us right now.
Monster rats.
When I was a child, rats were like this. Now they're like this.
Wow.
We're living in filth. And I could see an outbreak coming out pretty soon. Whether maybe typhoid, dengue, or something. Mr. Tufton or whoever is responsible for the health, I mean, please, sir, do something with your powers.
As if struggling with that was not already a challenge, they say mosquitoes are also thriving in water left behind by the hurricane.
It's terrible. It's worse. It's like a new species. Like I tell you, we have our own ecosystem. New mosquitoes, you might have a different set tonight than the ones you had last night.
Hey, me not tell a lie. Yesterday, I see one mosquito. Saturday, you can't be my witness. I saw a mosquito yesterday. I said, hold on, but this mosquito look different, man. This mosquito look different.
You know, and it's only getting worse.
In response, the health department says steps are already being taken to reduce the risk. Steve Morris is the chief public health inspector for Westmoreland.
We have actually started with some cleaning up, some garbage removal, bulk waste removal in some of the communities. After that, we'll be doing some baiting, and then we'll do another cleanup as well again. So we are hoping that residents will support the team when we come in to do the baiting. We'll be putting bait stations and bait in a number of communities, and we'll be revisiting them, checking to see if they take up and so on.
As for the mosquitoes,
what is happening that the persons do, they compete enough mosquitoes, a lot of them, they are actually breeding the mosquitoes themselves. Because these mosquitoes we call the Aedes aegypti, are domesticated mosquitoes, like to be around human, and so they like to be where people are. And if we are not covering these containers, they're gonna get access to it, and they're going to breed rapidly.
Nonetheless, Mr. Morris says the health department has embarked on an intensive program which includes fogging and larvicidal treatment. But what of concerns that some residents have attacked workers carrying out these activities in the past?
What?
We have seen incidents where our officers doing fogging have been stoned. People have run them out of the community, they don't want the fogging. And now the minister has been on the air saying that the insecticide that is being used is safe, and so we're just encouraging you to support the team when they come out, and also to do your part in terms of the breeding of the mosquitoes as well, because you have to do your part.
I'm gonna tell you, hey. Wow. This is an interesting title, right, so?
Earlier this year, over 700 schools were designated as hurricane shelters, but the long-standing emergency response strategy is now coming under increased scrutiny as stakeholders in the education sector warn it may be disrupting learning and burdening schools. Details from Amoy Harriet.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks remain until the promised reopening of most schools in Western Jamaica. Yet 54 of those schools are still being used as shelters for residents who were displaced by Hurricane Melissa. Now, notably, there are currently some schools that have resumed classes while still housing shelter occupants. But some principals argue the government should end the practice altogether. Linton Ware is principal of the Old Harbour High School. His institution has served as a shelter for the past several years.
Our schools should not be used as shelters. And based on what we have been experiencing, our schools are really not shelters. They are really holding space. So I think our government...
I totally agree with him. I totally agree with him. 100%. Kimo, how you doing, my darling? 7F, what's up? I totally agree with him. The government, the money all have capital budget to they not spend. The government need to build some shelter, brother. You can't tell me, say, we not talk about climate change and we don't have one official shelter in Jamaica. Alright, we have two major cities, Montego Bay and Kingston. And you're telling me that you guys have not planned, put something together, organized, thought about. No, nothing in a pipeline for build some real shelter in Jamaica. Mighty God, Virgin, the school them cannot continue to be shelter. The shelter they need to build with a certain resilience to withstand category 5 storms. As a matter of fact, some of these schools don't even have some proper window. So when the breeze all blow, the people end up on the inside and I get wet up. Roof all a leak. What can go so? That's not a shelter. Do you know what shelter means? And then a hurricane shelter at that? What are the standards of a hurricane shelter, ladies and gentlemen? And then them come and them boast, but we have 881 shelters. Jamaica don't have one real shelter in the country. A damn disgrace. And we live in our hurricane. And this, listen, this even This is a failure of the People's National Party as well. The People's National Party can share in this failure. All these years, them have built school. I mean, we can't ever blame the People's National Party too much because them build schools and them build all type of something. Right? But none of the two party them, brother. Them have to come together and take the help on that one, bro. The PMP and the JLP have to come together and take the L on this one. And if you want to give more blame to the JLP, well, go ahead. And only reason why I would say that is because this era of climate change and the argument about it has fallen under the JLP mostly. The argument about climate change has gained strength and validity somewhat. I'm not saying I subscribe to the argument of climate change. You know? I'm saying based off happenings, them have a stronger argument for it. And they have been pushing it, they have been shouting at the top of the mountain about it. But what are the actions? What are the actions of the government that of the day that has been operating for the last 10 years? So them have to get majority of the blame. Especially when Hurricane Beryl grazed the country last year. Grazed. No plans was put in place to build any real shelter. No plans. Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me, bro. You got to be kidding me. NHT. You can do it through the NHT. And I said it before. These shelters can be multi-purpose facilities. The shelter can be multi-purpose facilities. So you can generate income from the shelter while, when it's necessary, anything that is happening, once an emergency is coming, the shelter goes into shelter mode. Its true purpose. But using the schools as a shelter, we see the conflict of Petersfield, where the government has said, oh, well, listen, January 31st, we have to get ready for school, you know, so. This building and this shelter, you have to go lock down, you know. Them say it, all when them say them not say it, it's on tape. Them can't say them not say it. January 31st, shelter have to lock down. Whatever that means for the people that's at the shelter. That's another conversation. Don't it? But what it implies is what it implies. There's a conflict where the schools and the shelter is concerned. So I definitely agree with the principle of all about Mr. Linton where these are not even shelters and they shouldn't be used as shelters. The man them need to build shelters. Crazy, man.
Our different partners should look at centers to provide true, real centers as it relates to providing support to individuals during the period of hurricane so that we can move away from our schools and provide support in terms of buildings that are designated primarily. And when we say shelter, it must be shelters, not just a holding space.
Also of concern, many schools built long ago face infrastructure constraints that make shelter operations difficult.
Our auditorium is currently leaking, which is a part of our shelter. That is why this year we had to move all the individuals to the different classrooms. And in moving the individuals to the different classrooms, we had our own challenges. Because this school was built in 1969. So we don't have all the amenities, the resources. So you take, for example, ramps and so on. We don't have those ramps in place.
Mr. Ware is also taking issue with the matter that schools serving as shelters aren't given financial support to meet those demands.
No, that is a crime, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a reality. That is a... How can you have shelters and they're not being given financial support? I mean, yeah. Man, yo, the government is something else, man. The government is something else, man. Mighty God.
My school won't have a high school as a shelter. May I share with you, while it is a shelter, there's no separate budget that we have received to take care of our shelter. There's no additional budget. What we operate from is the resources that we have received for our students and for the development of our institution. That is what we have to use to support the shelter. There should be a separate budget.
A parliamentary secretary in the Education Ministry, Senator Marlon Morgan, says the ministry is working to address this. That aside, President of the...
Yo, you know, the government of Jamaica is so full of SHIT, it's ridiculous. Every time an issue comes up, right, they are working on it. And it can never done. Only to say spark program no spark. It never spark. Everything them do is unfinished. Them no complete nothing. The man is a political disgrace. Them is a governmental disgrace, brother. Pure unfinished business. And the people suffer. The children suffer.
Jamaica Teachers Association Mark Malavo is pushing back against the principal's suggestion for the government to stop using schools as hurricane shelters. What? Mr. Malavo argues the move just wouldn't be practical.
Mr. Mark Malava, sir, I totally disagree with you. JTA President, I totally disagree with you. 100% I disagree with you. You understand? The school them can't continue to be no shelter, bro. The man them need to build a real shelter, brother. And all these billions of dollars that them get, what they are? And it's supposed to go towards resilience and projects. Well, building real shelters is part of the resilience operation. So they have the money to do it, so they should do it. They should strategically put massive shelters in the big cities, right? Massive shelter, right? And like I said, it needs to be multi-purpose shelters, which means it can be used for other things to earn money. Sporting stuff, all of that. Cricket game, I don't know. Basketball, indoor games, netball, indoor games. Right? Something like a stadium. But one with roof. Layers, transformative. Get to the engineers, them, man. And brainstorm, man. I'm sure there's examples all around the world of massive shelters. Brainstorm the thing. We live in the age of technology, but yet still we are not utilizing our engineering Jamaica does. We don't use technology for writing them, you know? We don't use technology for the right things. If there was ever a thing for us to use technology for, is this. Yeah, man. This right there, son. If there was ever a thing. This is the thing. Well, I tell you.
The government should really move away from using schools as shelter. However, in practical terms, it's not schools where. Because schools are proliferated right across the island. And they are actually community-based, and they are government-owned. So it's not schools where. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mark. So, we not I don't know if we are expecting a hurricane anytime soon, because Andrew wanna say one day on the way. So I don't know. But even if one day on the way, these shelters cannot survive a hurricane of Melissa's strength. It can't survive it, you know. So again, your argument that if not these shelters, where, brother, they are not fit for shelters. That are the next thing. So really and truly, they shouldn't be used for same. They are severely compromised. If the government-owned buildings, that is the schools, were built intentionally to be shelters, with the engineering creativity, I could understand. Your argument. But that all you have done is expose a harsh reality that the government is severely prepared for any real climate change monster that could be coming next. That's all you exposed with the argument, you know. I understand what you say, but again, what the brother said before is a stronger argument to me. The school them not prepared for be no shelter, brother. The auditorium a leak. We're not going to patch the leak. Like, yo, Virgin, let me tell you something, man. Jamaica have some serious... Jamaica need real management at the top. And it need a management with integrity. Because you see, the money is there, you know, to do the work, you know. But you see, because we have a bunch of criminals running the country, therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem, you know. We have a bunch of people with adhesive fingers in government. That is the problem. I don't know who have the adhesive fingers. But when you look at the report from the Auditor General, all of the trillions of dollars that is unaccounted for, mighty God, what that could have been doing. And say for instance, there's a 40% of those trillions, right? That if it's even 40%. If 40% of that money, those trillions of dollars that are unaccounted for, right? Then don't have a receipt for the money. So we don't know where the money really go. For sure. 40% of those trillions, you know what that could do for our infrastructure? To create real shelters. So, Mr. President, man, you know, we have respect for you because, you know, we hear say, you're a good youth. And yeah, man, that one, yeah? Yeah, man, just left that one alone, my general. Left that one alone. Yeah, man, you try to walk. You try to swim upstream with this one. The man is right.
Ideally, you should have centers in the communities that are fit for purpose. But I mean, that does not exist right now. So for all intents and purposes, and in the near future, it's very likely that schools will continue to.
You know, so you're not disagree, Mr. Mark. You're not really disagree with the brother, you know. You're looking at it from, say, boy, he breaching right, you know, but I don't really know how them are go have another option. And that's all you are saying, you know. So me not even, you know what? Me understand what you are saying. But the breaching right. It too on the right. You're right. The government unprepared, them not have no plan. So it look like you think I go go and see me or if you go on. But the argument is this, which makes the bridging right before. The man them need to build them own, brother. The schools them is not fit. They are not fit to withstand these storms. You want to see what hurricane do? Some brick wall church in a St. Elizabeth. Mash up, yo. You can imagine them a DB school with some zinc on it up high. Bridging. The man them need to build the infrastructure fit for purpose. And that is argument done. Argument done. You see me? Argument done, my general. No joke about that. Me go lift it right there so because today I sat there and boy, me I tell you know it go. Mr. Will Rattigan, film show supposed to still go on. And guys, I have some videos out. I encourage you guys to go and check them out. I have some new uploads. Yeah, man. So Mr. Will Rattigan go live today. That's strange. Did he? That's strange. Wow. Isn't today Friday? Today not Friday? Today not Saturday, I mean. Yeah, Saturday, January 3rd, so how I going? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let me look at my thing right here. Tom drunk, but Tom no fool.
A corrupt government cannot live.
Whatever they did, however they did it, it is alleged. See. So, let me say it before the decision is made. I think the World Kitchen, the World Central Kitchen people are about to close all its operations and leave Jamaica for a massive security breach that is not their doing at all. I posted a screenshot of an email thread that went out to all the workers attached to the World Central Kitchen, one of which is my source in Montego Bay. My source reached out to me this morning in a voice note, followed up by a phone call, giving me details on what is currently happening today, the 3rd of January, 2026. New Year's Eve. It is understood that security personnel came by the World Central Kitchen location asking if they could get the sticker to put on a vehicle to say World Central Kitchen. I understand that they were denied. They were told no. Whatever they did, however they did it, it is alleged. It is alleged that the Jamaica Constabulary Force operatives in Montego Bay, or whoever carried out their operation in Granville that claimed the life of a 4-year-old baby, got hold of World Central Kitchen stickers.
What?
Put it on a silver van. Our highest boss, our water vitals. Went into the community of Granville, posing as World Central Kitchen people.
What?
This is a vehicle.
No. This a banger. This a banger.
And of course, the shooting ensued indiscriminately, meaning they just shoot, they never care, whatever, which claimed the life of a 4-year-old child.
Mighty
and then they come out with them a stinking dirty report that one of the men they catch was high risk and got them catching. They didn't care about the 4-year-old child that died because that child is not the child of a politician. It's not the child of a big don in the country. It's not a child of one of the persons who sits on the board of the private sector organization in Jamaica.
Yes.
It's not one of the elites. It's not Governor Biles,
yes,
the Bank of Jamaica's child. It is none of the elites that is in this country's child. It is not a child from Upper St. Andrew.
Yes.
It is not a child from the upper echelons of society. Yeah? I want get up, hit me dead. Nothing will come from it.
Mighty God.
But the Jamaican Constabulary Force, I understand, it is alleged, that they went out New Year's Day with stickers on one of their vehicles claiming to be World Central Kitchen. This is what Jamaica has gone to.
Mighty God.
The extent that these men have gone,
what
has now jeopardized 4 locations, which is pinned. I'm gonna go check the message. I'm gonna go check the message. Me pin it with the little dirty drunk that went off time about 1 p.m. On the dark shit. I'm talking about the Jamaica Constabulary Force is doing a great job. Great job. Kill more Jamaicans. Great job.
Wow.
They look at dirty nasty thinking 1 p.m. on the junk club. That shit. I want to be attacked too. Oh no, I say, oh no. I say, watch. Watch what happen in Jamaica. Think that them attack? Eh? Want to feel comfortable to celebrate. Ooh, lowest crime in Jamaica's history. 666 persons murdered. Just 666 murders. What about the 310 that should be added to the 666? Huh?
Wow.
What about the 300?
This is incredible.
The police kill. The police murdered.
Wow.
You think me is a supporter of criminals? Of course, that's another say. You want to support our criminals?
Fool and fool.
The biggest criminals are the ones in neckties in the parliament.
Yes.
And the high-ranking police.
Yes.
I got a call from
Hold on. He's saying get a call from one police officer. Hold on.
The biggest criminals are the ones in neckties.
Yes.
In the parliament.
Yes.
And the high-ranking police in Jamaica.
Yes.
I got a call from a police officer because I told you right now, they're very good police in Jamaica.
Yes.
Very damn good police there. Yeah. Because on the same evening in Granville, we saw two police. We saw police force and we saw police service. Police force was the ones who killed off the youth then.
Yes.
And how they did it.
Yes.
And was leaving, not paying any mind to the 4-year-old.
Yes.
Thank God the mother of the deceased child was able to come and let us know that there were two police officers who decided that they were not going to go and leave the child like that. May often big up them police then.
Oh, you mean?
Big up the two police
Yes.
that gave police service in a very unfortunate situation. And they did not only turn back and help. She said when they got to a point, they prayed. The
Yes.
policeman prayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the clip of the prophet, the apostle, Jeffrey Shuttleworth after this. Line up. What line
know
up?
the meaning of life. They know the meaning of life. You know, if I want to talk about the situation, I don't want to talk about it because I've been talking too much. I can't still want to realize what God. The entire world is in turmoil. But Jamaica, I will believe. Jamaica will be concerned about.
Yes.
See, Donald Trump just run in from Venezuela last night and kidnapped. They don't talk about capture. You never capture. You kidnapped the president and his wife of Venezuela. And you release a picture with him in blindfolds and handcuffs. Donald Trump, and you there making fun. Oh, but when you were interviewed, Donald Trump said, they got a very good ride. Very good ride. Very good ride. And you made fun of it and people were chuckling. People lost their lives with you and what you're doing, all in the name of drugs. It's not no drugs. It's a lie because you have labeled Jamaica as a drug smuggling country. And I'm saying so much things in this one video. So much things. You have labeled Jamaica as a drug smuggling country. So the question is, at what point will you be running in? But no, you can't run in now. Because Andrew Holness is your little puppet boy down here. Yeah, because the last time when he violated UNO by not allowing the US ambassador to Jamaica, who's married to a man,
yes.
a man who's married to a man,
yes.
we did not allow him to introduce his man
yes.
at an event here in Jamaica because Andrew realized said, Jesus Christ, Jamaica is really going to kill me. So you know what y'all did under the Biden administration? When Andrew Holness came to Fort Lauderdale, we don't allow him to take off his boot like regular citizen. I want to make him take out his belt. Yeah, and walk through scanner like ordinary citizen. Want to show him, say him, a boy, a man,
yes.
because him love visa and he like sweets.
Yes.
Let me tell every single one of the ears of the Jamaicans. So you see a man like me, Trump and the others, they never like me. FBI and CIA, they would not like a man like me. Because they realize that this is another Marcus Garvey, this is another Gaddafi, this is another Sankara. They know that this is another Ibrahim Traore. By the way, Ibrahim Traore, the American, they just banned Americans from coming down there. That's a good ban Americans. We need to get to the point where we have hope, where we have backbone, where we recognize that we're suffering people and we must learn how to fight and defend our people. May God have mercy upon Jamaica, the Jamaican Constabulary Force, the government of this country. For all the good police, leave the force now. Good police, take on yourself.
Wow. Wow. Yo, did he just say that? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, not my word. Not my word. Woo-wee. Lord have mercy. Hold up. Let me go to a word and a verse here because security forces.
And so I'm speaking to members of the security forces.
Yes.
We're about to step into that realm.
Wow. This man is so on point. So on point.
And so I'm speaking to members of the security forces.
Yes.
We're about to step into that realm, and it's going to happen suddenly. We're not far from it. It can happen any moment now. And when it happens, no one will be safe. You hear what I just said? I'm not giving security advice. I'm speaking as the Lord is showing. No one will be safe. Because the enemy will be within. The enemy is there already. But they know what the Lord is saying, and as we have been praying, we are seeing it coming up, and we are just sharing with you. So they have now been able to master and manage the system so that they can master their activities. So you are there plotting as to how to deal with operatives on the outside, not realizing that some of the very same persons who are planning, you are planning with, they are knowing the plan, and they will know how to intercept, intervene, and manipulate.
Wow.
So there will be incidents of innocent lives being lost, meaning members of the security forces, persons who decide that we will not comply.
Wow.
We will not be a part of it.
Wow.
That's where we're about to enter.
Wow.
The word of advice, members of the security forces who are born again believers, you need to observe a season of fasting and prayer. Cry out to the Lord so that He can shut down the plots and plans of the enemy. So that He can expose these wolves in sheep clothing. Because no law-abiding officer or security personnel who decide to stand for what is right would be safe. I'm giving a prophetic word as the Lord has showed. It's coming out of prayer, and we're making it clear for all to hear. Members of the public, we need to intensify our prayers for the security forces, because the forces of darkness are determined to advance their agenda, and anyone who tries to stand in their way, they will try to remove them. We need to pray for members of the security forces, pray for the JCF, pray for the JDF, very important. And this is an appeal to members of the security forces who are born-again believers. You need to come together, identify other born-again believers, and you need to be praying deliberately about what was just released. The very same technology that we are singing and waxing praises, the enemy has mastered it from within and will be leveraging it to advance their agenda from within. And so I'm speaking to members of the security forces. We're about to step into that realm, and it's happening suddenly. We're not far from it. It can happen any moment now. And when it happens, no one will be safe. You hear what I just said? I'm not giving security advice. I'm speaking as a...
People want to hear it. I just I left it. Something to think about. What is happening in the security force? What kind of alleged thing this are going with masking as world kitchen operatives, and mighty God. Anyway, people, look out down the spiritual eye. Alright, God bless you. Sooner or later, my goodness, good police them. My man said good police leave, and the apostle said we need to pray and fast and ask God for protection.